Just in time. Just in time. She got there. Just in time. Up the radio, Randy.
What?
Well, you know, a little bit of consideration around, Andrew. Makes life easier, doesn't it?
Give us a break.
No, not the dawn fire inspection again.
What's going on?
How's Annie, Hollis?
Sticking it where it doesn't belong, as usual.
Thought he'd caught Annie with a female visitor.
Can't you get your frills any other way? Reggie?
Just watch it, Deacon.
Or what? What are you going to do, Reg? Report me to the Federation Rec?
A startled Carthy's gonna slash and run, not hang around to stab someone 16 times.
Tidyman's just the sort who would have had a go.
Late, it's dark. Tidyman is attacked here as he opens his car door. He dies over there with wounds to the stomach and back. He was trying to get away. Someone was very determined to kill him.
We're running out of suspects.
There's a lot we don't know about Mark Tidyman, especially with his personal stuff still being tied up.
Do we know what it's all about?
Still in litigation with his first wife 7 years after the divorce.
Never marry a barrister, eh?
If the section house sergeant hadn't turned up, there would have been bloodshed.
Well, listen, Deacon.
Deacon, nothing. The old corridor was going for him.
Here, you're on the move, Reg.
Oh, thanks a lot, Barry.
We heard the riot 3 floors up.
Yeah, look, it was a small difference of opinion, wasn't it?
No, the way I heard it was a remarkable consensus of opinion.
Look, Vance, if I'm thinking of moving out of the section house, it's nobody's business but mine, all right?
Reg, don't forget to have a word with Mr. Conway about your changed domestic circumstance, will you?
So,
this Tidyman case, we got any ideas?
What, 2-month-old murder inquiry? No witnesses, no clues. No wonder Hammett threw it back at us.
Well, that's only because I wanted all available bodies in the Hatton incident room.
They know a sticker when they see one.
I'm surprised you let Alistair run it.
Yeah, well, it's not really my thing, is it? Talking to computers.
Alistair's done a good job.
Well, the trail's so cold, he's going to need a snowplow to find it.
well, look, I've had it out to here with communal living. I mean, frankly, I've been thinking about getting my own place for some time now.
Well, you be careful, Reg. It's a cold, uncaring world out there.
Yeah, do my own think for a change.
What, your own cooking?
I'm not helpless, you know.
I don't know. Looks like they've started without us.
Where were you? You're supposed to be standing by.
All right, sorry, mate, we've got held up, all right.
Tell that to him.
Oh, is he all right?
I hope so.
Just leave us alone!
What's the name?
Gates. Psychopath, if you ask me. Here's the order. Owner ain't been paying the mortgage.
Right. Mr. Gates, now come on, you're just making things worse for yourself.
You're not getting in!
We've got a job to do, mate!
Look, can we calm this right down before somebody else gets hurt? Can't you give them an extra couple of days to get themselves sorted out?
They had the notice yesterday.
Sir?
Alistair, come in. It's the Tidyman investigation.
Yeah, we're hoping to have the warrant to serve on Tidyman's solicitors later today.
I've been discussing the case with the Detective Chief Superintendent. We've decided to wind up the incident room.
With all due respect, sir, it's too soon. With Tidyman's estate still in probate...
Wills are rarely that surprising in my experience. You've done a good job, Alistair. And I know it's difficult putting a murder inquiry on file, particularly when you've lived and breathed it for weeks. But you've got to let this one go.
Sir.
I'll leave it to you to pack up the incident room. Oh, and go and see Mrs. Tidyman. Usual reassurances. Meadows.
Think you're in.
Police, Mr. Gates, we're coming in.
Coming in the back way!
Watch yourself.
Now you get out of our home! You ain't got no right to be in here!
All right.
Okay, give us a bit more time.
Yeah, look, come on. Now, look, put that down. We're going to solve anything like this. This is a legal repossession.
We paid our rent last month, right? There's got to be some misunderstanding.
Yeah, but look, we ain't going to sort it out like this.
Stop it, Terry. Come on, look, you're frightening Johnny. Now, come on.
Come on, Mr. Gates. Hey, you and me, we'll go outside and get some details. Come on. Give me that. Come on. Come on, there's a boy. Come on now.
Come on, darling.
Come on, Mr. Gates.
I was even going to put a shower in.
Look, believe me, I know exactly how you feel.
We just signed a new lease.
Yeah, but you'll have to sort it out with your landlord, won't you?
Can't just chuck us out like that.
Look, Mr. Gates, the sooner you take yourselves down to council, the sooner you'll be able to get something organised, right?
Yeah, will you just take your hands off her, right?
Look, I'm afraid we have to let these people do their jobs, that's all.
No!
Hey, Terry!
Go, easy!
Terry!
Come here. This is our home! We haven't done anything wrong!
You have now!
I hate these long investigations. Going over somebody's life with a fine-tooth comb until you know the poor tosser better than he knew himself.
And now it's all for nothing.
Yeah, well, let's get this done, eh? Get back to the real world before we forget how to make an arrest.
What's this, a teddy bear's picnic? We haven't got all day, you know.
I take it you agree with the DCI's decision?
Oh, come off it, Alistair. There were 20 bodies in here in the first week. Now, 8 weeks later, there's you three following up long shots. If you don't solve a murder in the first few days, you might as well sit back and hope someone walks in and confesses. Isn't that right, Tosh?
Yeah.
Murder is a boring crime. 9 times out of 10, it's the nearest and dearest, and my money's been on the grieving Mrs. Tidyman since day one.
Without a shred of evidence.
We should have leaned on her when we had her in.
She also happens to be a victim.
No, Alistair. Tidyman is the victim.
Come on, you're in a police station now. Start behaving
Yeah,
yourself.
I want to press charges.
Look, you got that wrong, matey. You're the one who's being charged.
Right, what have we got?
Bit of aggro repossession charge. Injured one of the bailiffs and had to go to the other one.
Yeah, I'm not the one that should be being arrested.
Name, please.
We've been robbed of our rent. I want to report a crime.
One thing at a time, Mr.
Gates. And the sooner you calm down, Mr. Gates, the sooner you'll be out of here and of some use to your family.
What are we going to do?
First thing we know about the repossession was yesterday. But we paid up our rent. It come early this time. Deposit too. I mean, where are we going to find a deposit for another place?
Can you give me the name of the landlord, Mrs. Gates?
Eddie Tiernan.
Any address?
Someone else always collected the rent. What's going to happen to Terry?
Well, he'll be bailed when he's cooled off. Look, this Eddie Tiernan, does he live nearby? I mean, have you seen him around the place?
$402 Echo Yankee November, yeah?
Tosh, take a look at this. Remember Eddie Tiernan? Joe Tiernan's right-hand man till Big Brother went down for property fraud a few years back. Well, he looks like Eddie's starting up the family business again. Repossession. Not a penny paid on a mortgage, tenants out of pocket and on the street.
Right.
Sounds familiar?
I'll get back.
Want me to look into it? Yeah, track
Thanks
him
a
if you
lot.
can.
Bye.
The Building Society might have more idea of a recent address than we have.
Just my line. Cosy chats with building society managers.
I want this slippery toe rag nailed to the floor on this one. Right?
Right.
Is Alistair still in the incident room, Tosh?
He's gone out. Went to see Mrs. Tidyman.
I don't believe this. We're up to our ears and he's out making social calls.
Gov, I think you should take a look at this.
Parking? Well, FF. FF?
Fully furnished.
That's what I thought it was, yeah.
You've been institutionalised too long, Reg.
Sarge, yeah, I've just had a call from DC Pierce at Haleford CID. They've just pulled in one of their regulars.
A Sydney Regan driving a BMW currently registered to Mark
Tidyman? Yeah, Goldings Park. Claims he bought it last week. They're wondering if someone could go over there and check it out. Over?
Nice timing, Viv. I'm on my way there now, over.
Hello, Sergeant.
Morning, Mrs. Tidyman. I hope they might catch you in.
I haven't been going in much lately. They seem to manage without me. Still, at least it gives me time to keep up with this. He loved all this, you know. Come in, won't you?
Yeah, if I could. Thanks. Very nice.
It was a favourite of Mark's. You know how you acquire each other's tastes? Or rather, I acquired his tastes.
Chief Inspector Meadows asked me to let you know what's happening.
Have you?
No, nothing like that. No fresh developments. Things have slowed up somewhat, as they tend to do at this stage of an inquiry. But all new information is being examined closely as it arises.
So that's it, is it?
No, not at all, Mrs. Tidyman. We still have several active lines of inquiry in hand.
I understand what you're saying, Sergeant.
It's simply a less intensive phase of the investigation.
I see. To be honest, it's a relief. The thought of a trial, hearing the sordid details of how it actually... And in the end, does it matter who killed him? It won't bring him back, will it?
No.
Do you know, it's taken me 2 months to take his suits to Oxfam.
It can't be easy, I'm sure.
What is the decent period of mourning these days, Sergeant? No one seems to know.
I think you'll know yourself when it's time to be letting go.
Letting go? So you are telling me it's over, Sergeant?
Inasmuch as a murder investigation never can be, Mrs. Tidyman. If you think of anything else that might have a bearing on the case, however trivial it may seem, please don't hesitate to get in touch.
Thank you, Sergeant Greig, for everything.
Everything and nothing.
No, you've been very straight with me all along. I appreciate that.
Goodbye, Mrs. Tidyman, and good luck.
Goodbye.
Mrs. Tidyman, there was just one other thing. Your husband's car.
It's been sold. That's all right, isn't it? When it was returned to me, they said they were finished with it.
No problem. Could I just ask you about the person you sold it to?
William Newman.
Newman.
Yeah, I was just filling in the registration form. I never got round to sending it off.
Well, how did you find the buyer?
An ad in Exchange and Mart.
Could you describe him to me at all?
Not really very good with faces. He just turned up, took one look at it and bought it.
Yeah, of course. How did he pay for it?
Oh, cash.
Sierra Oscar from DS Greig.
Stealing.
I'd like a word with the DCI, please. And can you get in touch with Haleford CID and ask them to hang on to Sidney Regan? I may need to talk to him.
2 weeks? I can't wait 2 weeks.
There you are.
No, look, I need it today. Well, immediate occupancy, it says here. What do you mean, professional female only? It's a bit sexist, isn't it?
Edge, come on.
Yes, Jim, yes. What do you mean you don't like my attitude?
Sydney, he's done time for just about everything. Latest stretch was 8 years for armed robbery. Been out less than a year.
You'd think you'd know better than to go running red lights.
Of course, we took an immediate interest in where he got his wheels. Swears he bought the car last week. Seems to have mislaid the bill of sale already.
What about William Newman?
Never heard of him. See if Sydney can shed a light. Sydney, this is Detective Sergeant Greig from the Met at Sunhill.
Mr. Regan, I won't keep you long. I just want to clarify 1 or 2 things.
You lot never let up. Once a bloke's been inside, he's fair game, right?
You say you bought a red BMW from Mrs. Celia Tidyman on Tuesday of last week for cash, is that right?
Any law against it?
According to Mrs. Tidyman, the man who bought the car gave his name as William Newman.
Well, that's the fellow that's going to buy the car off me. Well, why do the paperwork twice?
You had a customer lined up before you bought the car?
Yeah, that's right.
Can we confirm this with Mr. Newman?
Well, he's out of the country.
An address so we can confirm he exists?
I don't know his address. I met him down the pub.
So you're saying you bought a car on behalf of a man you hardly know on the understanding that he'd buy it off you when he got back from his holidays? Just how much did you pay for the car, Mr. Regan?
Well, 10,000.
Is he going to be much longer, love?
I'm sorry, sir. He's with a customer.
You did tell him it was police business, did you?
Anyway, he came down through there last night and he stood here.
Yeah, all right.
Tried to throw
You just let him know.
and he's tried to throw something through the window. I came through the door.
Oh, come on. This is harassment. Anyone can go through a red light.
He has a point, Alistair.
Yeah, I know. I've had 45 non-stop minutes of it.
What you got, Alistair?
He's using a false name, so I won't say why. What's more, he paid 10,000 for a car with a book value of about 27.
Mrs. Tidyman must have been in a generous mood.
Women and cars, eh?
Nah, not this woman.
Oh, hello. I wonder if I could have a look at the flats. You know, in the basement.
What's it about now? Those kids moved out weeks ago. It's got nothing to do with me.
No, madam, I don't think you understand.
I don't think you can hold me responsible. Anyway, don't you need a warrant?
Well, no, I'm looking for somewhere to live. You know, with myself, like.
It's been let.
Yeah, but the sign says that there's a flat.
I told him to take it out the window. He never listened. Sorry.
Yeah, but...
Thanks.
Mr. Lyons, so sorry to have kept you waiting. What can I do for you?
It's about a house you repossessed this morning.
You do understand we contract that work out, so the injured man is not actually an employee.
No, I'm trying to trace the mortgage holder, Mr. Tiernan, concerning a deposit and rent owed to the tenants.
Yes, well, they were unauthorised tenants.
It would be helpful if you could let me know Tiernan's last known address.
Account details are confidential.
I would have thought you'd have an interest yourself finding out where Tiernan was, if he never paid any money on the mortgage.
That's not for me to confirm or deny. Our customers have a right to privacy.
The bailiffs seem to know more than you do about it. What about the family on the street, Mr. Billings? What about their right to privacy?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Lyons. If a mortgage has been obtained fraudulently, the society has every right to exercise its own discretion as to whether or not the police should be involved.
Well, I can't find this advert, Sarge. That'd be easy enough to miss.
Or it's simply not there. This is what the Hilford LIO had on Regan.
Right.
We're looking for a point of contact between Regan and Tidyman prior to the murder. Start with workplaces.
Regan's last known employment was a construction company called Hardcastle and Sons.
Steve, I thought you were supposed to be pulling some files for me, or was I talking to myself? And I didn't even know you were back from your travels.
Yes, sorry, Gov. The DCI said...
You're getting a bit tight with him, aren't you?
There's been a new lead. The DCI okayed it for me to have Viv.
Oh. Well, I wish he'd bothered to tell me.
Don't do it, Reg. They're a bunch of sharks.
Addresses, workplaces, known associates. It's all out of date anyway if he's been inside for the last 8 years.
Where was he in prison?
Which stretch? Take your pick. He's been everywhere.
Most recent.
The Scrubs. They're different worlds, Sarge. Where is a character like Regan going to rub shoulders with a barrister's family?
As Regan claims, I suppose. Exchange and Mart, the great leveller. We've got a match.
Who's Brian Wilcox?
He's a cousin of Tidyman's. He was interviewed early on and cleared. Let's see. 4 months in the Scrubs for embezzlement, January to April last year. What about Regan?
He was there till October.
We better get the DCI in on this.
Yeah.
So then he says the society exercises its own discretion about involving the police. I could have throttled the smug git.
Yeah, well, they're trying to keep the lid on the number of frauds they're uncovering. Mind you, if they're handing out mortgages to the likes of Eddie Tiernan without checking his credentials, well, it serves them right.
Yeah, but it doesn't exactly help us put him away, does it?
We'll catch up with him.
Right, drop what you're doing. I want everybody back on the Tidyman case now. Tosh, bring in Mrs. Tidyman, then see if you can pick up Brian Wilcox. Frank, I've got a warrant on all Tidyman's personal papers, so get down to his solicitors, will you? Alistair will fill you in, and then we'll have a look at your Mr. Regan.
I tell you, being an executor's a thankless task.
Yeah, well, it's better be good. It's taken us long enough to get the warrant through.
Nobody's being obstructive, Inspector. Even Mrs. Tidyman's been denied access to his papers, though she's been very persistent.
So what's she after? I thought they were supposed to be the perfect couple.
Start of a beautiful friendship, was it, Mr. Regan? Did you see a lot of Wilcox when he got out of prison, or did he approach you with some specific purpose in mind?
Let's try this for size, Sydney. Somebody wanted Mark Tidyman dead. His wife, his cousin, maybe both of them. And they needed someone to do the job for them. And part of the payment for services rendered was a car. Saves those embarrassingly traceable financial transactions. Doesn't it?
Here we are, Mr. Gates. I should think your wife and son will be settled in by now. Look, don't worry. I'm sure it's only temporary. And mind how you go, eh? want to see if they got a room free, Reg?
Mrs. Tidyman's on her way. I'll kick it off, shall I?
So? In here, please. So?
Thanks, Tosh.
Sergeant, I'm so glad you're here.
Mrs. Tidyman?
I didn't understand. Is it the car? I've got all the papers. My husband died over that car. I just wanted to get rid of it. Wouldn't anyone?
Sit down, please, Mrs. Tidyman. Interview with Celia Tidyman, 1:55 p.m. DCI Meadows, DS Greig in attendance. Mrs. Tidyman, you have not been arrested, but I must caution you that what you say can be used in evidence. You have the right to have a solicitor present.
I really don't understand what the problem is.
Mrs. Tidyman, do you know Sidney Regan?
No.
Could you tell us about the man who bought your husband's car?
William Newman.
And had you met Mr. Newman before this occasion?
Of course not.
And where did you meet him?
I advertised the car.
Where?
Oh, somewhere. One of those papers. I forget the details.
And that was the first time you'd met or heard of this man?
Yes.
Could you tell us about your relationship with Brian Wilcox?
He was a cousin of Mark's.
Did you visit him when he was in prison last year? Were you very close to Brian Wilcox, Mrs. Tidyman?
I think I'd like to see my solicitor now.
So you got it sorted then, Rich?
Oh, yes, thanks, Bill, I did, yeah.
Because if you need a hand shifting your stuff, I know about 20 guys who'd love to help.
Oh, look, thanks, Barry, it's a lovely offer, but, well, I'm not moving that far as it goes.
What, you staying local?
Yeah, I'm just moving Goodwin, actually. Room H18.
But that's my corridor.
Yeah, we'll be neighbours.
Tosh,
Yeah?
what'd you make of this?
Right.
Wilcox is getting twitchy. I decided to let him stew a bit.
Just need for one of them to crack now.
So, Viv found this amongst Tidyman's papers. It's a prenuptial agreement. Mrs. Tidyman would have got nothing in the event of a divorce.
But I thought those things weren't worth the paper they're written on in this country.
Yeah, but presumably Tidyman still fancied his chances of making it stick if it ever came to court.
And that was his undoing. Good work, Alistair. So has Mrs. Tidyman's solicitor got here yet?
Yes, sir. We're ready to resume.
Right, come on, Frank. Let's see what the lady has to say about this.
She won't be needing victim support now, will she?